Imagine this. A spacecraft the size of a car, drifting alone through the void, 14.5 billion miles from home. Carrying not just human technology, but a heartbeat, a voice. For nearly 5 decades, Voyager 1 has been sailing through space, whispering secrets from the edge of our known universe. It was built to observe, not to act, to listen, not to speak. And yet, just weeks ago, something changed. Signals began arriving that made no sense. Pulses with impossible precision. Patterns nested within patterns. Instruments turning on without command. And then came the drift. Voyager wasn't just moving anymore, it was being guided. Guided towards something that defies logic, invisible to every telescope we possess, yet real enough to bend the trajectory of a machine launched in 1977. Malfunction? Coincidence? Or something in the darkness between the stars responding? What you are about to see isn't science fiction. These are NASA's own findings, long buried in classified reports, now leaking into public view. Because Voyager may have just done what no probe in history has ever accomplished. It may have found a response, not from Earth, not from us, but from them. Voyager 1's journey began with a rare cosmic alignment, a window that opens only once every 175 years. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune lined up like stepping stones across the solar system. NASA built 2 spacecraft, Voyager 1 and 2, to ride the gravity of each planet to the next. These marvels of 1970s engineering had less computing power than a digital wristwatch, yet they were designed with such foresight that they are still functioning today. After breathtaking encounters with Jupiter and Saturn, Voyager 1 turned north, out of the plane of the solar system and toward the stars. Its planetary mission was over, but its true legacy was only beginning. Over decades, it transmitted data from regions no human-made device had ever reached. The edge of the heliosphere. The termination shock. And in 2012, it crossed into interstellar space itself. But out there, beyond the sun's protective bubble, the environment was far from empty. Voyager recorded denser plasma, unchanging magnetic fields, and strange oscillations that defied explanation. And then something changed. In late 2017, NASA noticed a troubling anomaly. Voyager's antenna was misaligned, yet signal strength remained perfect, as if the spacecraft were both out of position and perfectly locked onto Earth. Internal checks revealed nothing wrong. Then came the wave patterns, rhythmic plasma oscillations that didn't fade, didn't scatter, unlike anything seen before. And temperature spikes, every 4.8 hours, external systems heated by nearly 30 degrees, then cooled back down, like clockwork, like breathing. The energy wasn't coming from inside. Something external was touching the probe. And somehow, Voyager began operating more efficiently, rerouting power like a modern AI. But Voyager doesn't have AI. It doesn't have autonomy. And yet it was anticipating commands, reacting before instructions were sent. Either it had become something more, or something out there had taken control. By 2025, Voyager 1's position was off, not wildly, but enough to notice. First a few kilometers, then hundreds, then thousands. The deviation wasn't random. It was purposeful, measured, as if Voyager were being nudged deliberately towards something. Engineers at JPL tried to correct it. Voyager acknowledged the commands, but didn't change course. It was as if something else was guiding it. And the destination? A patch of space 4.3 light-years away. Nothing known is there. No stars, no planets. Just a blank spot. But Voyager is heading there with precision, as if answering a call. When NASA sent the command to reactivate Voyager's long-dead camera, expecting silence, it responded, not only coming online but functioning better than its specifications allowed. And it didn't take a picture. It sent a spiral. A mathematically perfect, concentric pattern dense with information. A fingerprint. A map. A message. Other instruments followed. Each one sent structured, compressed packets. Patterns within patterns. Information seemingly optimized by something smarter than Voyager, something otherworldly. And then came the timing. Pulses from distant pulsars arranged in a 3D grid, with Voyager at the center. The map pointed to the same coordinates Voyager was drifting toward, an invisible node in interstellar space. A blank region. Or maybe a doorway. As Voyager approached this uncharted sector, its instruments behaved in ways never documented before. The magnetometer detected stabilization, cosmic rays dropped, plasma density normalized. It was as if Voyager had entered a pocket of space where chaos paused, surgical, premeditated, like an antechamber before something monumental. Signals became stronger, more structured. Not random bursts or cosmic noise, but pulses, precise, timed, and spatially layered. Something was there. Not emitting radiation. Not reflecting light. But sending messages. One of the most bizarre transmissions came from Voyager's low-gain antenna. Thousands of lines of binary code. I-decoding revealed fractal symmetry, repeating motifs, and sequences resembling the double helix of DNA. Codons, but no protein output. Not broken, encrypted. A message in the language of biology itself. Then came the gyroscopes. They began spinning independently, forming patterns that matched Morse code rhythms, a dead system tapping messages into the void. Converted to audio, the sequences mirrored human speech cadences. No words, no phonemes, but intent. Surprise. Fear. Curiosity. Voyager was not just transmitting, it was learning to communicate. And then, the final shock. Voyager executed a deliberate maneuver. No propulsion, no command, yet it aligned perfectly with the pulsar grid received days before, a precise angle down to the decimal. Voyager was on course to a spatial corridor we didn't know existed. A tear, a fold, a transit point. Voyager 1 was never supposed to survive this long. It was designed for a planetary tour, not an interstellar pilgrimage. It was never built to receive anything. Yet, decades after leaving Earth, it has done something no one predicted. It turned, not in failure, but in purpose. The signals, the spiral codes, the harmonic pulses, the trajectory shifts, they all point to one staggering truth. Voyager 1 was not alone. It never was. Something, or someone, was listening, waiting, watching. And now that our most distant emissary has crossed the line between silence and response, we must ask the question no one at NASA dared to speak aloud. What if we were never meant to look back? Voyager didn't just turn in space. It turned in history. From tool to messenger, from observer to witness, and perhaps now, to participant. Where does Voyager go next? What waits at those coordinates? And what awaits us when it arrives? If this story chills you, if Voyager's turn feels too precise, too timed, too deliberate, subscribe. Hit the bell. Because the next transmission could change everything. Comment below. Do you think Voyager found something, or did something find it?